is the Fox 5 News Block.
The Newark mayor taking aim at the state's top federal prosecutors. Why he's suing the acting attorney general. And there's a little bit of haze in the sky that caused Canadian wildfires. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sharon Crowley. Welcome to the News Block. Let's take a live look outside right now. Air quality remaining pretty good, but it could change overnight. Let's go to Audrey right now to bring us up to speed. Audrey.
Hi, Sharon. You're right. We do have plenty of sunshine out there. There's a little bit of a haze, and that is due to the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. So that will continue as we go through the afternoon. And we're really noticing is the temperatures. They're warmer than we experienced yesterday. And we're going to move to more summer-like readings as we move further on through the week here. By the end of the week, we'll have another chance of showers. Unfortunately, of course, that's going to happen as we get closer to the weekend. Right now, it's very warm outside. 78 degrees is the current reading in Central Park. We're finding the same number in Islip and in White Plains. 79 in Poughkeepsie. We've now cracked 80 degrees over at Newark Liberty Airport. And all of these temperatures are running warmer than they were at this time yesterday. Winds not too bad, a little breezy at times, but they are coming out of the southwest predominantly, and that's bringing in the milder temperatures across the region here. In fact, all of the Northeast is experiencing this nice warm weather pattern. We're in the 70s in Hartford and Providence, as well as up towards the Capital District. It's 78 over in Allentown, 80 in Philadelphia, and 76 down in Atlantic City. Okay, so high pressure's in control here over the Northeast, so that's bringing everybody plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures from New England all the way out down towards Maryland, too. We're also keeping an eye on the smoke haze that's coming out of Canada. A look at the forecast shows that we do have a bit of a light haze coming in across the region, but the bulk of the smoke is actually off towards our west, which is fortunate for us. However, if you do have respiratory issues, be aware that the air quality will diminish a bit as we go towards the afternoon, and so that could cause you some asthmatic problems or any other issues should you be sensitive to particulates in the atmosphere. In the meantime, we're expecting plenty of sunshine today. That will warm us above average for this time of year. Tonight we go clear. Our lows will be in the 60s and even dropping into the 50s. We're going even warmer tomorrow. I'll have the details coming up. Sharon?
All right. Thanks, Audrey. Well, everyone appears to be going about their business today, running, biking, taking in the sights. But as Audrey said, it could get worse later with hazier skies ahead. But there are some people concerned, especially those with pre-existing conditions. Doctors say there are ways you can protect yourself by limiting your time outdoors, especially if you have asthma or lung disease.
Earliest signs of an irritant or air quality being poor or itchy, dry eyes, almost like allergic type symptoms and a subtle cough. So I think that if you pay attention to how your body's feeling as well as, the weather and what the weather pattern's doing and what the volume of smoke and the burden of smoke particulate matter is in the air with the air quality scores, I think due diligence and good habits go a long way.
And air quality right now is considered good. And once that number approaches 50 or above, you may want to limit your time outdoors. Well, we have some breaking news right now. The New York Knicks are firing head coach Tom Thibodeau. According to AP sources, the move comes on the heels of the Knicks making the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. The team lost to the series to the Indiana Pacers in 6 games this past weekend, and we will have much more on this developing story at 5 o'clock. Well, the sex crimes retrial, of Harvey Weinstein is expected to be handed to the jury this week. Prosecutors and defense lawyers are delivering closing arguments today and tomorrow. The 6-week retrial came after Weinstein's 2020 conviction on sex crimes was overturned by New York's highest court last year. In this trial, 3 women testified that Weinstein sexually assaulted them. He did not take the stand himself, but has denied all allegations. It's unclear when jury deliberations will begin. And in the case of Sean Diddy Combs, attention turned once again to the 2016 beating of Cassie Ventura at an L.A. hotel. An ex-security guard testifying that Combs paid him $100,000 for the graphic and disturbing video. Eddie Garcia, a security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel in 2016, was on the stand, and he says that he split the money with his supervisor and a co-worker. He says Ventura did not want them to call police. He was on the stand under an immunity order invoking his Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate himself. And Newark Mayor Ras Baraka is suing top federal prosecutors over his arrest outside an ICE detention facility. Baraka claims that the Trump-appointed AG pursued the case out of political spite. Antoine Lewis is live for us now in the newsroom with the very latest developments. Hi, Antoine.
Sharon, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, also named in the suit, in addition to New Jersey's acting top prosecutor, is Homeland Security Officer Ricky Patel. Mayor Baraka's allegations include a violation of his constitutional right as well as defamation of character. Let's show you the video from May 9th. Mayor Baraka and 3 Democratic members of Congress went to Delaney Hall Federal Immigration Detention Center for an oversight tour. However, Baraka was denied entry and things escalated, as you can see, between federal agents, some of the elected officials on hand, and demonstrators. Homeland Security agents arrested Baraka and charged him with trespassing, even though Baraka said initially security at the gate allowed him in. He later produced video to corroborate that. And the charges were dropped. Now, the lawsuit filed this morning seeks damages for false arrest and malicious prosecution, and accuses interim U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, of defamation for comments she posted on social media after the arrest, accusing Baraka of ignoring multiple warnings to leave.
I didn't kick my way in. I didn't knock nobody down. I didn't slam any ICE agents. I didn't barge my way in. I didn't barge my way out. I have to explain this to people, and they know this is not true. And they saw this video, and they should explain it to people, not me. They should tell people that that did not happen, and they had no business arresting me.
Baraka is accusing Habba of acting for political purposes and fulfilling her stated goal of turning New Jersey red by instigating or authorizing the false arrest of Mayor Baraka, a Democrat. I'll have more today at 5 and 6, Sharon. We'll send things now back upstairs to you.
All right. Thank you, Antoine. Well, early voting is underway in New Jersey's primary elections, including the race for governor. Locations will be open from 10 to 8 today through Saturday. The early voting period ends Sunday, when locations will be open from 10 to 6. New Jersey's primary election day is next Tuesday, and if you arrive before locations close, stay in line. You will not be turned away. Developing news right now, a judge just heard arguments surrounding the push to return ICE to Rikers Island. The hearing is to determine if ICE can reestablish an office on Rikers. Mayor Adams and the White House feel this is necessary to keep the city safe from violent individuals, though human rights groups argue that having ICE on Rikers would be targeting individuals at random, some of whom are not here illegally. The court also had to consider if having ICE and federal immigration officers on Rikers is a violation of New York City's sanctuary city laws. Well, crime is down for the 8th straight month in a row here in New York City. The NYPD Commissioner, Jessica Tisch, making that announcement alongside Mayor Eric Adams. Tisch emphasizing Memorial Day weekend was the safest on record with the fewest shootings and murders. There were 0 shootings the Sunday of the Memorial Day weekend, and the commissioner says this is a direct result of the Summer Violence Reduction Plan that aims to get illegal guns off the streets. This year alone, more than 2,200 guns have been seized. Well, take a look at this in New Jersey, where a deer was spotted on the train tracks. This photo was taken near the Broad Street station in Newark. It caused some initial delays, but NJ Transit says the trains are running close and on time already. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? Spectrum is bringing together the streaming apps you love. Plus, live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. All in one place, across your devices. So no matter when or where you are, it's all here. Spectrum.
And welcome back. Don't say his name 3 times. Beetlejuice the Musical is returning to Broadway for the 3rd time. Beetlejuice the Musical will play for a 13-week engagement at the Palace Theater from October 8th through January 3rd, 2026. Casting has not been announced. The first national tour of the musical launched in December of 2022 and will end its run on Broadway. The show's run is also part of a returning industry trend in which national tours will make stops on Broadway. Well, a milestone flight at JFK, an electric aircraft from Beta Technologies landed at the airport this morning. The flight took off from the Hamptons, carrying a pilot and the CEO of the company and 4 passengers. It's a fixed-wing aircraft that takes off and lands like a traditional plane, but it is quieter than the plane since it's powered by electricity. And a gigantic cloud of dust from the Sahara Desert swept across the Caribbean as it heads toward the U.S. The plume of dust blanketed most of the Caribbean yesterday, from Jamaica all the way to Trinidad. This phenomenon, known as the Saharan air layer, forms over the Sahara Desert and moves west across the Atlantic Ocean from April until around October. The dust cloud is expected to hit Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi later this week, but should be much less concentrated by then. Let's hope so. Let's take a live look outside right now, and let's bring in meteorologist Audrey Puente with another look at our forecast. Audrey.
Hi, Sharon. There we do see some haze across our region. So up and down the eastern seaboard, we're seeing some air quality issues in our skies. We do have plenty of sunshine, though, and it's nice and dry. We'll stay that way for the rest of the afternoon here. Where it's not so dry is out towards the midsection of the nation. There's a cold front pushing through. This is helping to ignite showers and thunderstorms. And out ahead of the front, it's very warm on the eastern half of the side of the nation here. We have readings in the 80s, upper 80s up towards Chicago right now. It's 85 in Atlanta, 80 in Washington, D.C., and it's mild all the way up towards Maine. A look at the futurecast shows that we're going to stay dry and sunny for the rest of the afternoon here. High pressure is going to keep things quiet for everyone across the Northeast. And we'll do it again for tomorrow, too. Expect plenty of sunshine for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be even warmer. We're looking at highs moving into the middle 80s by the afternoon hours tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we're going to be watching this cold front coming in from the west. That's the one producing the showers in the Midwest right now. This one starts to make its approach into the Great Lakes, but really doesn't affect us here in the tri-state. Out ahead of it, there will be a warm air mass and a humid one, too. So that will help spark off showers and storms well off to our west. We'll start to see a few chances of those in our area, it looks like, by Friday. So in the meantime, today, it'll be dry and sunny and very mild with temperatures near 80 degrees. Tonight, we drop back into the 50s in the suburbs, 61 in the city. Tomorrow, we're looking at mid-80s. We'll probably crack 90 across interior New Jersey on Thursday. It starts to feel more humid, and we'll also bring back the chances of showers by the end of the week. There'll be a shower north on Friday, and on Saturday we could see some afternoon scattered showers. Sharon?
Audrey, is it just me, or do we just go right from winter to summer with no spring whatsoever?
Yeah, well, you know, we had a little bit of a spring last week, but looks like we're going fast forward into summer. I'm not complaining.
You're not complaining. I know, I like the warm weather too, but just a little bit. Instead, it just rains and rains and rains, and now it's hot.
At least it's dry.
All right, very good. Thanks, Audrey. We appreciate it. All right, well, that's your news block for now. I'm Sharon Purley. Thanks so much for joining us. Tune into the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and right here on Fox Local for all the day's news as it develops. And we will see you back here tomorrow. Thanks so much.